Once again, it's on. Men have daddy issues just as much, if not more, than women. I totally second this emotion. Just for the simple fact that if you don't know how to be a man, if you don't have anybody in a leadership position to teach you on what a man looks like, how can you be a man? You don't know what a man looks like. You don't know how to show up as a man if you never watched a man. So a lot of these young brothers, and not just brothers, but every man of every race who don't have a father present is going through a lot of what we call daddy issues. They don't know how to be responsible. They don't know how to sacrifice and show up and lead anybody because they never seen it. A lot of these men grew up with their mothers raising them. And so they see leadership qualities and they see a woman sit in that position. And so they expect for a woman to lead them. They expect for a woman to take care of them, when in actuality is the man who's going to teach you, who's supposed to teach you about discipline, honor, and respect and duty. And a lot of men don't experience this or even know what that look like because they don't have a man present in their life to show them what that looks like. So you have a lot of women complaining that men aren't men anymore because these men don't have men raising them to be men. So you out here dating little boys because they never matured into a man. Like physically they look like men, age-wise they're men, but mentally they're still children, they're still teenagers. They haven't stepped into their manhood because they don't know what manhood look like. And a lot of that is perception. They see a lot of men in the streets who appear to be men, who have some form of leadership quality because they able to run their streets. They able to, conduct deals of gang members and drug dealers and whatnot. So they perceive that as leadership. They perceive that as manhood, which is why a lot of brothers fall into that trap. When they don't know that, they're just being a follower and they're not being a leader. Because if you had a father present, you'd understand what it means to be the leader and not to be the follower. And so a lot of brothers don't even understand that. They too busy masquerading around as men instead of experiencing what manhood actually is. So we hear being brought up a lot about women having daddy issues, but I think men have way more father issues than they do their children. Than they do women, way more. Because the ball starts with you. And if you're religious, usually in most religion, there's a pecking order. There's your God, there's the man, it's the women and the children. Like that's how the order goes. And if you don't have a man who have anything bigger than himself to teach him, to guide him, to be that man, what is he looking to? Brings it back to that single mom thing that I was talking about. You're looking at your mama. You're looking at women who are strong, like your mother, who had to step into a role of leading you when that wasn't the position of leadership that she was supposed to have. Like, I think women are leaders, but not the way that a man leads. Our sacrifices are different. What we're willing to sacrifice for is not the same thing, and it's not supposed to be. So, in order for men to get over these daddy issues, they have to first acknowledge that they have an issue. It's like a 12-step program. In order for you to get over something, you have to recognize that it exists, that it is there first, and then you have to go about the steps to fixing it. A lot of these brothers don't think they have daddy issues. A lot of these brothers don't want to have anything to do with their daddy, and then you have men who recognize that they pops had shortcomings, and so they vow to themselves to be the men that their father did not be. I fall into that category. And I thank the Lord that I had a grandfather who showed me that stability and that masculinity and that strength, that discipline, that duty that I needed in order for me to be a father to my child and to step into that position that was ordained to me, that was given to me in my genetics, because I am stronger, but not just physically, mentally as well, because I understand what it is that I need to sacrifice in order for my child to be the man that he needs to be.